Hi everyone, myself Priyanka, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Christ College Autonomous Iranyalakuda. We have been discussing the topic push-down autometer. We have already seen two examples in push-down autometer under the topic theory of computation. In this video, we are moving with the next example, that is W hash W reverse W element of A plus B whole stop. Simply we can say this W hash W reverse is an all length palindrome. What is meant by a palindrome? And any string that can be half part, and half part is the reverse of the first part, that is called what? Palindrome. Okay, so Amma is a palindrome since half part is AM and its reverse is the next half part. It is a simple saying of the palindrome. Its complicated definitions are also there. First position is matched with the last position and so on. Second position matched with the last second position. Likewise, it's also called what? Palindrome. Okay, so what is an odd length palindrome? Okay, so this is an odd length palindrome. For example, I am writing, this is an idiot word. I am not considering the meaning of it. So it's an odd length palindrome since this is been matched, this is been matched, but there is no element to match here. That is meant by odd length. In even length only, every element is matched. In odd length, in the middle element will not be what? Matched. Okay, that is called what? Odd length palindrome. So we are checking here odd length palindrome, and hash is a symbol, and put as it is. So look at here, AB BA. This is an accepting string since W is AB and reverse is BA and hash is in the middle. Hash can be anything. Now we are defining it as it is as a hash itself. Okay, so this is said by this W hash W reverse means in the left side the string and in the right side its reverse, and W can be any element of A plus B whole star means A and B zero or more combination. What do you mean by zero or more combination? A can be null, B can be null, A or B, any infinite time combinations can be come, or it can be simply null itself. That is meant by what? Zero or more occurrence. Okay, so that's it. We can move to the example so that you will get a clear idea about it. So in the tape I am having, or I am assuming, the symbol ABB. Okay, ABB hash BBA I am assuming. So my W is ABB hash BBA. So what's the peculiarity here? The peculiarity here it is, in the previous example, in the left side we have only A's, or in the right side we have only B's, or in the left side we have only zeros and the right side we have only ones, isn't it? Because 0 can be inserted and matched with 1, or A can be inserted patched with what? B. But this is not the case here. W can contain both A and B. So the condition become a little more complicated, but it's a easy tricky way. When you understand it, it will be clear. There is no such difficulties, but when you see the diagram it may be complicated, but understand one by one you will get a clear idea about it. So our preliminary concept was what? In the stack, we have only Z0, isn't it? Okay, in the stack we have only Z0. So here I am assuming here it as A, but when I am making the string it as starting with A, but you can say a string with starting with B. So in this position, every position I can have what? Both A and B up to here, no? And here it will be the reverse of the string what you have assumed up to here. Okay, did you get the idea? Every string, these three positions, when I am marking, if I am marking 3 position W, or I am assuming 3 position W, length 3W. So every position has possibility of both A and B. So Z0 on the top, here it is A, so on the top of Z0 it will come A. But when I assume it as B, then it will come what? If I write a string which start with B, it will come with what? B, isn't it? So that's the concept discussed here. If A is on the tape and Z0 on the top, I input what? A Z0. But if B is on the tape and Z0 as the top, the stack, I insert what? B Z0. That is the thing I have to say. Now in my example, I take A B B, but you can take what? B B B. So it starts with what? B. So that's why in W it can be A plus B whole star, means every position has two possibility, either A or B. That is the thing you must take consider. If you get this, it is a very easy method, because if you understand this diagram, you can understand the whole concept of the PDA. Okay, so that's why if I get A in the tape and Z0 on the top of the stack, I insert A Z0. B on the tape and Z0 on the top, I insert what? B Z0. So A and B are inserted, isn't it? So I rub something. So if A on the top and A on the top and A is on the stack itself, we insert what? AA. Okay, so that's said by here. A on the tape and A on the top of the stack, I insert AA. But if B is on the coming and B is on the top of the stack, we insert what? BB. That is, we have seen 4 combination, that is Z0 on the top, and when comes A Z0, Z0 on the top, when comes B, it's insert what? B Z0. And we have also seen if A is on the top, that is here Z0 is already there, if A is on the top and A is coming, I will insert what? AA. And if Z0 on the top, if B is coming, I will insert what? BB, isn't it? What will be the next combination? If Z0 on the top, if B on the top and A comes, I will insert what? BA, I will insert, isn't it? Other combination is what? If A on the top and input stack, from the input stack B comes, I will insert what? AB, isn't it? That is said by here. If A on the tape symbol and B on the top, that is A is on the, this condition is being applied, A is on the tape and B is on the stack, what will we insert? BA. From here I am saying BA will be inserted, otherwise B on the tape and A on the stack, that is this condition, I will insert what? AB. I am saying from here, don't be confused, AB. Okay, so that's the 4 condition. I think you have get a clear idea. We have 6 condition comes with Z0, 2 condition will come, with both A's repeated 1 condition, both B's repeated 1 condition, and 1 A and 1 B and other A and B, that is combination on the tape and also stack. Okay, so till we have inserted up to here. Okay, next we have to check the existence of the hash, because hash has no significance. like in NFA, in symbol has no significance can be bypassed, but for bypassing in PDA we must check it, and after that we can only what bypass it, because what is the condition here? W hash W reverse means W must occur, isn't it? It cannot be avoided. So the bypassing in PDA and bypassing in DFA is different. In DFA, that symbol occurs or not, we can just loop it because it's a zero more occurrence. But here the situation is different in PDA. When pattern matching, if hash is comes here and this hash is a necessary condition, it can be bypassed. It has no significance with pattern matching, but its existence must be checked. That is, it is bypassed means it is not checking with the stack or the current input tape. That checking is not done, but its existence is important. So in PDA, when we are bypassing, we do like this: hash is coming. If in the stack top it is A, to bypass it, we are not inserting hash to the stack, we just insert A itself. So by this we have checked whether hash occur or not. Okay, next possibility, hash comes, B is on the top of the stack, put B itself. So in the PDA concept, to bypass it, a symbol, another symbol on the stack top, that is, for example, it is X, you must insert X itself. If its symbol is Y, okay, I am taking an example. For Y to be bypassed, Y's existence must be checked, not just simply bypass it as in the case of DFA. Every symbol's existence must be checked in the case of PDA. Okay, so here Y to be bypassed, its existence to be checked, Y comes in stack top A, don't insert it to the stack or don't delete anything from the stack for pattern matching, because for pattern matching either we insert into the stack or delete from the stack. If correct matched pattern come, any element is deleted from the stack. Both are not doing, just I am comparing. That is why just stack stop is X in that is why we are checking any element in the stack. If there exists any element, you insert what? X itself. But here Z0 can't come because W must be there, then only its reverse occur. Okay, that is the another concept coming here. Okay, I think you have get an idea about it. Next one, I have checked the existence of hash. Next I will do what? For example, in our example, Z0 is on the top. Next I insert A on the top of Z0, next B, and next B. So after hash I see symbol what? B. Okay, so look at here, B comes on the tape, B is on the top of the stack. So here this B and immediate B's must be what? Matched. Okay, so this B come on the stack, I make it as null because B and B are matched. Next this B and this B is being matched, so it has become null. So next one, when A comes, this A and this A is matched and it becomes what? Null. Okay, when the pattern is correct matched in PDA, every time when the patterns are correctly matched, you will get only Z0 on the top of the stack. Okay, that is said by here. That is said by here, that is said epsilon is coming, Z0 on the top of the stack, I make it what epsilon, this is what empty stack PDA. So that's all about the concept of W hash W reverse. The peculiarity here is it is different from the other problem. W can be combination of A and B, so you must take the combination of A and B both in the stack and in the tape. And also here you must bypass hash, because hash has no significance in the pattern matching, but its existence must be checked. So we are using bypassing condition. Bypassing condition means just take a symbol from the stack and put as it is, and hash existence is checked. Next we are matching the corresponding input symbol with the stack symbol, and if we get Z0 on the top of the stack, you make it a null and it is accepted by what empty stack PDA. Okay, that's about the concept. So I think you have get a clear idea about it, and we have any other deviation. Okay, thank you all, thank you.